I am currently traveling. Possibly I'm gonna do this without my webcam because for some unknown reason, well, I don't have my ring light, so I had to change a bit. Quick question, do we even need a remake for Kingdom Hearts? At first, for Kingdom Hearts 1, it was rumored to be fake. Now we have 358 by 2 days. And is it true that many people are yearn for this remake? Say it in the comments.
Pretty obvious at this point that Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is the most requested Kingdom Hearts game to receive the remake treatment. It's one of the most beloved entries throughout the entire franchise, containing one of the best stories the series has to offer, and everyone just loves Roxas. As we know, Days was subjected to receiving a remastered movie rather than a full remake when looking at 1.5 HD remix. While I think that most people can happily accept that Recoded was subjected to the HD remaster movie treatment, it seems to be a hard pill to swallow still in 2026 when looking at Days. It's hard not to imagine if Days had received a from the ground up remake using the OG engine Square Enix used to develop the older Kingdom Hearts games. I say this because whenever we're talking about Kingdom Hearts and remakes, Days is generally at the top, the forefront. This is the one that people want the most. I would argue that while I think Days is the most wanted, it's probably not the most deserved.
Okay, folks, so I got a question. Have any of you have played Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 days, the original one? What was your experience? And one day soon, folks, I'm probably gonna play it. I don't know, do we even need a remake? Kingdom Hearts 1, we don't need because, well, obviously, yeah, even though there's not much to explore, unlike in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's still tons of places to explore. 358 by 2 days, I don't know, folks. They say there's multiple projects coming. Also, the question is Square Enix really desperate that they are afraid the Final Fantasy Remake trilogy is going to fail? I don't know, because usually they don't do this. Well, unlike, of course, say Resident Evil, they are making remakes because, remember, they need to please both the old and the new fans, okay? And there's also the action fans, and there's also the survival horror fans. So there's a few things that need to be pleased.
But the most deserved here would definitely be Union Cross, only because of its importance to the future of the series, but most importantly, it's unaccessible. The only way of experiencing this story is via YouTube cutscenes. But as far as Days is concerned, there's certainly some passionate people out there that aren't going to wait around in the hopes that Square Enix will one day remake this game. Because, let's be honest, it's probably never going to happen. So, they're taking the matter into their own hands. As it stands now, as of a week ago, due to a new name entering into the ring, there is currently 4 Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days projects, whether it's remaster or remake, that's currently in development. That one. If you specifically like Days, then we're currently in a pretty good timeline right now, because there's a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. The first one here is Kingdom Hearts Melon Mix. I've talked about this one the most here on the channel, providing regular updates, but essentially this is more of a remaster of Days, and also Recoded. It's a modified version of the Melon DS emulator, specifically built to bring the experience of Days and Recoded into a single screen. It features a ton of quality of life improvements, along with injecting the HD cutscenes from 1.5 HD Remix into the game, along with the additional benefits that come with Melon Mix, like increased native resolution, being able to play the game beyond that of 4K. For a little while now, the Melon Mix team have been working on an HD texture replacement to swap out all of the low quality DS textures for both Days and Recoded with high definition ones, ripped from HD remixes and other Kingdom Hearts games, along with totally new original handmade
basically an
ones.
upgrade.
Next is Kingdom Hearts Days Final Mix, that falls under a project known as Resaga, created by Oshinobi. This is a total conversion mod for Kingdom Hearts 2 running via PCSX2 that recreates Days, Recoded, and even Birth by Sleep. Progress on this project umbrella is going pretty steady, with Days being the furthest along. As far as I'm aware, I think about a quarter of Days has been complete, and I've personally been able to experience a small chunk of it for myself. It's some pretty impressive stuff. Not only is the goal to remake the entire game, but because it's dubbed Final Mix, Oshinobi plans on adding a bunch of new content and even brand new systems and mechanics. And then we have Kingdom Hearts Tears. This has been in development for several several years now, but in my
How come I didn't know
opinion,
about
is
it?
probably the most impressive out of the bunch here.
For starters, how come I didn't know about Kingdom Hearts Tears? Maybe I didn't pay attention too much. I mean, there's a lot of games. Union X, I think maybe we could get a remake because, frankly, it's not accessible to every platform, whether it be console or, better yet, PC. Is it on the mobile? I think it's on the mobile. I really need to check back. Wonder what else I have to...
The goal of this is to recreate the final few missions of Days from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5. So none of this is based on pre-existing code or is a modification for an already existing game. All systems and functions have to be developed from scratch. Not much is really known about Tears, but from the small amount of content that does exist, and I've also been able to have a small chat with one of the people working on this project, this is like the closest thing I think we've come to some form of a remake that feels very official. It's incredibly impressive, and I cannot wait for it to finally release. It seems like a real passion project. But the newest contender in the remake ring here is 358 Over 2 Days Retold, which was revealed about 3 weeks ago and has been led by Topaz TK, with 4 others assisting with development. Now, there's not a lot of information on this project just yet. It seems like it's still very fresh, and there's only about 1 minute and 20 seconds worth of footage that Topaz TK has uploaded. This shows us the very first tutorial mission that Roxas takes on alongside Axel, teaching Roxas the basics about combat and opening chests in Twilight Town's underground passage. I believe that this is a Days remake that is being remade within the PC version of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, let's see. Retold development footage. Okay, folks, tell me something. How come I did not know about this? You know what, folks? When you're so focused on playing all games, regardless of genre, you tend to forget the games you always loved, like Kingdom Hearts or Resident Evil. I think I was paying too much attention to Resident Evil. I forgot about Kingdom Hearts. I think I've been playing too much of Resident Evil that I forgot about Kingdom Hearts. Maybe that's the reason.
So in a way, similar to the Days Final Mix project by Oshinobi, but this appears to be running on the PC version, which I think automatically garners a little bit more attention and interest, only because most people who are playing Kingdom Hearts on PC are playing via the EGS or Steam versions, rather than emulating the PlayStation 2 version via PCSX2. I don't have a problem whether a mod's developed on one or the other. It doesn't bother me personally, but I know for most people, they prefer Kingdom Hearts mods to be specific to that of the Steam or EGS version. So this is really cool to see. And there isn't really many overhauls, or in this case, total conversion mods for the PC version of Kingdom Hearts 2. Most of these exist exclusively for the PCSX2 version. But the main reason why I believe this Days remake is one that you should probably pay attention to and is quite notable is due to the team that's working on it. I'm familiar with 2 of the people working on this, both Topaz TK and Kite. I'm actually quite close with Kite. I talk to him quite regularly, and I would consider him to be one of my internet friends. The work that he does in the Kingdom Hearts modding space is really, really cool. He's very talented. And as far as Topaz is concerned, I'm familiar with him through his work on Kingdom Hearts Refined. I don't know Topaz personally or anything, but Kingdom Hearts Refined is the must-have mod when looking at quality of life improvements and additional small enhancements and features.
I need to try this out.
Specifically Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Definitely Kingdom Hearts 2. There's also some other extra stuff there that is applied through Refined to both DDD, Chain of Memories, and even Birth by Sleep. I say this to anyone playing the Kingdom Hearts games or is thinking about playing the Kingdom Hearts games on PC. This is the mod you need installed. It will better your Kingdom Hearts experience across those classic games by a mile. So at least knowing the skill set of both Kite and Topaz, and I'm sure that Zack, Omni, and Bean are also just as talented, it sort of seems like we've got an all-star modding team working on a Days remake for the PC version of Cage 2. And I do think that for a project that is to this scale, where you're effectively trying to remake an entire game within another game, it is this sort of undertaking that it's preferred that you've got a team, right? Like multiple people working on a project to this scale.
You need a team, though. Whether it's remakes, sequels, whatever it is, you still need a team. Now, how are they going to approach this? Because remember one thing, whenever we see remakes, remaster, the question is, can it be faithful to the original? How many times when people say they want to make a remake, only to find out the remake isn't exactly as the original? Yes, some may change and improve and remix, and also sometimes, which many fans dislike, if they play their cards right, then the remake of Kingdom Hearts probably can do well. Assumingly, at least, okay?
Not trying to knock Oshinobi, but there is definitely a lot on his plate. I tip my hat to him for the amount of progress that he has made across the 3 different remakes that he's currently working on when looking at the Restarter project. And of course, I wish him nothing but the best for that project going forward. But knowing that Retold's got an actual team, a tight group of talented Kingdom Hearts modders, definitely instills a certain amount of faith in eventually seeing this become a proper reality, like a really well-made, solid recreation of Days within Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm super excited for this. But seeing that there are currently 4 pretty high-quality Days projects that are currently in development right now just screams that the community is yearning for a remake or something more to do with Days. And because Square Enix take an entire Ice Age to pump out a new Kingdom Hearts game, this is the sort of situation where it's like, alright, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it myself. So while there isn't any official content on the horizon to look forward to, as it seems like Kingdom Hearts 4 is still some ways off, at least we know there's some really cool community projects currently in the works.
Look, don't worry about me. I'm gonna make other arrangements, okay?
You better. You're the best gunsmith around.
Oh, no.
Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, that's your job, right? Take care, Jill.
First off, shout out to the Gamers Joint. Oh, by the way, you don't see my face. I'm currently putting gameplay footage on it, okay? No, you don't see it. Now listen here. Understand one thing. Look, I'm all for both original and remakes, okay? But the real question is, will it be accurate towards the original? And maybe one day I should try out. And I need to check which platform it is. I mean, I had to ask all you a question. Should I get all Kingdom Hearts games on all platforms just to know the story? Put it in the comments. Right now, so far, we haven't, speaking of remakes, we haven't heard anything about Kingdom Hearts 4. By this year, it's probably going to be the 7th year of their development cycle. I understand. We had to let them cook. You guys have to know, when a game reaches its 10th year and it's not shipped yet, that is a red flag and it's very worrisome. Because I don't know when they started, when this Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2 Days remake. Because I know usually remakes doesn't take long, usually takes like what? 5 years, maybe best. Assumingly, at least, they've already in development, because they say it's in development. I don't know how far in development it is. So probably I'm going to have to try it, the original game, because remember, the ongoing debate between the classics and the remakes still continues. Even though it's mostly Resident Evil, but I think some other games are still continuing the debate. For me at least, it doesn't matter whether it's classics or remakes. As long as the game is good, that's all that matters. And I hope Square Enix doesn't fumble the bag. But we have to cross our fingers and wait and see what happens. Both classics and remakes are allowed to exist, okay? That's just the truth of it. Competition is good. What the? You again? Really, mate?